Welcome back to yet another interesting episode on your number one food delicacy hub, Food Clinic, where you get to learn how to prepare different kinds of delicious meals for yourself, your family members, and your loved ones. As always, I'm your host in today's episode, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make coconut rice. So please don't go anywhere. I'll be with you shortly, right after the break. Thank you. Welcome back, my people, and now I'll be introducing to you guys the ingredients we're going to use to be making this beautiful coconut rice. So over here I have my green peas, I have my coconut milk, I have my different blend of spices. We have our rosemary, basil, oregano, thyme leaves or flakes. We have our curry powder. So over here I have my green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and my diced carrots. Then here I have my shrimps, I have my king size prawns. Over here I have my salt and seasoning cube for taste. Here I have my chicken franks and my chopped red onion, my pepper, crayfish, vegetable oil, and lastly I have my parboiled uncooked rice sitting pretty over there. So all these ingredients are what I'm going to be using to make our coconut rice. So you guys know that I always bring a guest on my show every single episode because our meal is juicy, but our gist is juicier. So on today's episode, I'll be bringing no other person than my friend and someone close to my heart. She goes by the name Ify. She happens to be an actor. So right after the break, she'll be joining me shortly. See you guys. Thank you. Welcome back, my people, and thank you so much, Ify, for joining us on yet another episode of Food Clinic.
Thank you.
Okay, so right about now, with these ingredients we have on our table, what do you think we're making today?
Rice.
Okay,
Coconut rice.
Okay.
Because we have a coconut milk here.
Oh, okay, that shows you're always in the kitchen. That's a very nice one. Spot on. We're actually making coconut rice today. So guys, without wasting much of your time, let's go over to start making our meal. So right now, I'll be turning on our gas. Okay, so before I start to make this rice, there's something I want to do, something different with the rice. So I'm just going to let the pan heat up a bit. So once the pan has heat up, I'm going to go in with my butter and a little bit of my vegetable oil, and I'm going to fry the rice raw. It's going to make the rice, it's going to change the texture of the rice to make it more grainy. Yes, before we're now going with coconut milk and a bit of water to let the rice cook. While we start making our sauce for our stir fry for the rice. Alright, so I'm going to check our pan. I think it's pretty hot, so please can you help me with the vegetable oil? Alright, thank you.
Welcome.
So I'm just going to go with a little bit. Just a little. Thank you. Then I'm going to add a bit of butter. Salted butter. Just to give it that flavor.
Okay.
Yes, please. So, let this get hot a bit. And, So once it's hot, then I'll turn in our rice.
All right.
Yes, please. All right, so I was going to ask you, some days back, I came across a friend of mine confided in me that just around her neighborhood, there was this little girl. She saw the girl looking unkempt, and the girl, she always seemed so lost in thought, lost in herself. And she has been noticing that with that young girl for a while. So she called the young girl, tried talking to her. So she's a teenager actually, just a young teenager.
Okay.
So I think she's like 12, 13. So the little girl, over time, she tried building trust, just like a friendship with the girl so that she can get to understand what's actually wrong with the girl. So the little girl finally opened up to her that her dad has been having sex with her since the age of, she's 13 or 14, thereabout. So her dad has been having sex with her since the age of 12.
That's
like
really bad.
yeah, that was so she was asking me like how can she help this young girl. So I don't know, what's your take on this whole fathers molesting their biological daughter? So what's your take on that? So before I get your thoughts on that, please can you help me with the rice?
Sure.
Let me cook. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm turning everything into my oil.
Alright.
Like I told you, it's just to make my rice grainy, nothing else. So I'm frying the rice. So I'm just going to let this like cook up for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just this way. Okay, so what's your take on that?
I would say for fathers who have sexual intercourse with their daughters,
Yeah,
that is an abomination.
True.
It is uncalled for.
very true.
Such men should be prosecuted.
Thank you. I prefer castrated actually.
Better.
Yes, please.
Because it is wrong for you to. How do you. That is disgusting.
Very,
you know?
very, very disgusting.
Very. I can imagine a father
Yeah, I'm listening.
having an intercourse
Yes.
with his biological daughter.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, how do you even come up with that?
It's
How do you even find her attractive? Like, how are you
that is the
sexually
point,
attracted
that is
to
the
her?
point. No, I don't think such men should live.
Honestly.
That's for me.
Yes,
I don't think
please.
such men should live.
Yeah, I share your your line of thought, because it's something, it's unfathomable. It's unfathomable. So for me personally, I feel like the penalty for every pedophile out there, anyone molesting kids, underage children, it's castration.
Exactly.
Like, they don't have to take you, before we even start trying to take you to court and trying taking you through trials, we just have to castrate you, because castration doesn't actually kill. But of course, it makes you less of a man. You would
Exactly.
wish, you'll be like a living corpse. You wish you're dead.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go out there and harm another girl
Of course.
out there. So that's what I personally believe.
That's yummy.
So right now, I'm going in with my coconut milk.
Alright.
Yes, please. I'm going in with my coconut milk, yes. So I'm also going to be adding a bit of water. So I'm adding water. Yes, please. I think that needs extra water.
Water?
Yes, please. Because that's the water it's going to use to cook.
Okay.
Yes. So I think I'm fine with this. So that's about that. Oh, I think, okay, this should be it. Yes. So I feel in most developed countries, politicians don't just wake up and do something.
Yeah.
So my issue with Nigerians, why I'm always so pissed, is that all of us, is that we just come out, we just go on social media, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is wrong, I hope this is not what's going to keep happening. What are we doing about
Nothing.
it? That's my annoyance. Like, we just keep talking, we just keep ranting, we keep complaining, but nobody wants to come up. Like, of course, everyone is scared for their life. Me that I'm talking, I wouldn't even want to be in the forefront of that, because we know what happens in third world countries like ours.
Yeah.
Before you know, you're missing. Before you know, people important to you,
Yeah.
they've gone missing, and nobody's going to ask questions, because
Exactly.
we are all scared of the system. But I really hope that at some point in our country's future, we get good leaders. See, we've been plagued by very terrible bad leaders.
Exactly.
So honestly, like, Nigeria has been plagued with bad leaders. I really wish at some point that we can get the right leaders. Like, we deserve that.
Yeah, exactly.
So many times we are praying for the basic things. I've been opportune to travel to leave this country, and I've seen that the basic things we keep praying for are things that in the normal working system, it's been provided for them. You're praying for a job after school, there are jobs waiting
Yeah.
for you. You're praying for basically for God to give you your daily bread, but you don't even have power. Like, should you want to start up your business, you get your own store. You're thinking of how you're going to buy a generator. You think of how you're going to fuel that generator, whether it's be it with fuel or with diesel. Apart from that, even when you come down to like security,
Nigeria is far behind, trust me.
it's mind-boggling. Like, I've seen people enjoy basic. The basic thing we're asking for in this country is not much.
Not at all.
And the money they keep embezzling. Today you're hearing the amount people are taking from this country. Like there is money in this country. We want to see this 1 billion one of the thief.
I don't know.
The poor masses, an average Nigerian man can't even afford. What's our minimum wage? 18,000 naira. What's that? What if you go to the market, what can that afford for you?
Nothing now, presently.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy. So right now we're going to be making a stir fry for the coconut rice.
Alright.
So let me just transfer this over here and bring this over here, and we just continue with our conversations. So really, honestly, my heart bleeds for this nation. Every time I talk about the situation of Nigeria, like I'm really saddened. I'm really, really sad. Like it's crazy.
That's yummy.
All right, so I think my pan is ready.
Okay.
So let me just put in a bit of my butter, salted butter. Then vegetable oil. That's okay. I'm going to let it heat up before we go in with our different condiments we'll be using to make this meal. So let me check on my rice too. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, so I was going to... Recently, I heard, like there was a friend of mine on social media. She was trying to raise funds for her sister. Her sister told them that she was traveling.
Okay.
You know, her sister that they were traveling. She was traveling to Dubai. So I don't know, like she didn't give them details of how she got the opportunity to actually travel to Dubai. So the lady, when her sister was like narrating the story to them, she was like she met a good Samaritan who said she's going to help her. You know, the help is that I'm taking you abroad so you can start working, you know, greener pastures. That's what she sold to the young girl. So the young girl in question got to Dubai and realized that the lady handed her over to another man. So after handing her over to another man, she was like, okay, I've been here for like 2-3 days. What's up? When am I starting to, where's the job? Like, when am I going to start working, you know? Sorry, let me go into our red chopped onion. Thank you, please. So she kept asking when she was supposed to start work, since that was what they brought her for. Yes. So the guy, the man that the other lady that brought her to Dubai handed her over was like, what job are you talking about? Weren't you briefed on what you came here to do? Yes, like you're here to sell your body, like you're here for prostitution. So that was how that girl unknowingly was sold into sex, like human trafficking. So she said, so her sister was now like, she was now telling her sister, you know, when she got there, what she saw. You know, every day, nothing less than 20 to 30 men sleep with this girl. They said she was owing, that if she wants to leave, she has to pay. He bought her from the lady that brought her to Dubai. So she has to pay him 5.5 million to be able to be free to walk away from that sex trafficking link, you understand? Because he bought her over. So this girl struggled. She had to do what she had to do because she was in a semi-prison. She can't escape, you know? So when her sister got to find out, that was when she's not like trying to raise money to get her sister out of that. So what's your take on human trafficking?
First and foremost, I would say...
Okay, please hold your thoughts, please. I'm going to go in my shrimps and my prawns so that they can be cooking.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I'm listening, please.
I am not happy with the girl's decision.
To do what, actually?
To leave the country without not checking back if she's capable of funding it. You see, when we tend to have opportunities without critical knowledge of how that opportunity is going to either benefit us or harm us.
Okay.
The fact that
the fact that I feel, okay, sorry about that. I feel like what was sold to her, like the idea that was sold to her is that she's going to work. Like this person saw her working somewhere and like, okay, you're really good at this thing, but it will fetch you more money abroad.
Did she even consult her sister or family?
No, of course she's an adult. Do you have to? Is it everything you want to do now? You have
I
to.
feel if I have an sister.
Okay.
And I might not be close to everyone.
Okay.
But one person
In your family.
sure close to. So I should be able to discuss this with this person intensively.
Okay.
You get?
Yes, I get
To get
you.
this person's opinion towards this before taking that
Decision. Okay.
That was the first mistake she made.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Then for the woman, she's a disappointment.
Okay.
You don't promise what you cannot give.
Yeah. And apart from that, like promising, like saying something else and doing something else.
It's bad.
It's really terrible.
Really, really bad. And I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
But it is wrong. Very
Really,
wrong.
really.
We know our country, we are struggling, the hardship.
Yes.
But we shouldn't just run away for no just cause.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel it's actually not justified? Like wanting to leave the country, you feel it's not justified?
I don't think that decision. It's a good one, no
Okay.
doubt.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it doesn't sit well with me.
That's yummy.
Alright. For me personally, I feel like trafficking your fellow human being. Come on. Come on. Is that the only thing you can do? Is that the only thing that's profitable for you? And especially like if we all see each other in this world like we're family, like we're one, and we don't have to come from the same mother. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
We don't have to come from the same mother, but when you're dealing with other people, imagine that you are in that person's shoes. Imagine that that person is
But have you thought,
related
what
to you.
if the woman was not even aware that is what the man wants to do?
No, it's not possible. I don't think so. She knew what she was doing. She knew, she was aware from what the sister of the lady told her. She knew what she was doing. So please hold that thought. Help me with my chicken franks. So I'm going in there with this so it starts to cook as well.
Okay.
Yes, our shrimps are done. Okay, thank you, darling. Then I'm also going to go in with bits of spices. Yes, please. Thyme, some rosemary, oregano, basil flakes, and just a little bit of curry powder in there. Thank you. So let me give that a stir. Alright, I think our shrimps and sausage is ready.
Okay.
And over here, I think my rice is done.
Alright.
It's properly cooked, so I'm turning this off. So I was going to ask you, if your girlfriend comes to you, like your friend who is a girl, she comes to tell you that, okay, because now the rate of at which married men come for young girls is crazy, you know. So she comes to tell you that, you know, she's in love with this married man. What are you going to like advise her? Like, do you think with the way it's now looking like it's almost acceptable, what's your take on that? Like, do you think it's something? Are you going to judge her? Like, will you tell her not to do that?
I won't.
Okay.
It's a personal life.
Okay.
So I felt we are all.
Sorry, please hold that thought. I'm going in with my veggies, and I'm also going to add my peas so that they're all done. They all get cooked, and at this point too, I'll be adding my seasoning cubes and salt. So thank you. I'm done with my seasoning cubes. So let me just give this a quick stir. So I'm listening. I'm listening.
So she's an adult.
Okay.
So it's her life.
Yes,
she
please.
chooses who she wants to be with.
Yes, please.
Who she wants to love and
Yes.
who she doesn't want to.
Yes.
So I don't think I can judge anybody.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. Personally, my friend has actually told me that she was actually dating this guy. She had no idea he was married. The guy didn't even tell her. He just they met at a restaurant, and after that they picked things off. So he doesn't even give her any clue.
Okay.
Like she has no idea that this guy is married. So there was this particular scenario where people online were like, I've seen these jokes like, you're not, but not like related to a particular tribe, but like in Lagos, you don't know who is married and who is not married, because they come off to, they toast you, like you don't even know this person has wife and kids until maybe later you now come across their social media page. And the worst part is that some of them don't even post their family on there. Very true. Some of them don't post their family on there. So it's like a pandemic out here, and the wives now come and leave my husband, leave. But your husband doesn't want to be left alone. So I've seen these married men come out and like, you're going to go and fight the side chick. You don't even know the backstory. It's most of the time it's not these girls after this men.
Exactly.
It's these men that don't want to. The young girl self might be like, sir, no, or like she might not really be interested. But it's these men that are actively pursuing, actively spoiling, actually actively giving these girls what they don't even do for their women, like their wives at home, you know. So it's actually a very crazy situation going on out there. All right, so at this point, please can I have my pepper?
Oh, sure.
Thank you so much. I'm just gonna add a bit just to season, a little bit of crayfish. All right, thank you so much. So that's about that, guys. We're gonna turn this now. Just let it steam up a bit. Then we'll be turning it into our rice. Okay.
Guys, can you hear?
So I think this is ready. We'll be mixing it up in our rice, and that's the end of our meal. So guys, we're done with our cooking, and now we'll be moving over to our moment of truth, where our beautiful guest Ify will be letting us know what she thinks about our meal. You snooze, you lose. Don't go anywhere. We'll be with you guys shortly after the break. Thank you.
That's yummy.
My people, so now to that moment of truth that we've all been waiting for. So our beautiful guest is going to taste her meal, and she's going to let us know what she thinks about our coconut rice. So please, can you dive into your meal and tell us what you think about our food?
Okay.
Yes, please. Okay.
A minute.
It's so good. So what do you think?
This is good. Honestly, this is
Okay.
really nice.
All right.
Very nice.
So you love it.
Yeah. Oh,
this-
goodness.
Is this something you're going to try?
Of course.
Oh, okay. We're going to let our beautiful guest enjoy her meal. You've heard from her that our coconut rice tastes so yummy. So you guys can use our recipe to make coconut rice for yourself and your loved ones. And trust me, you won't regret that choice. So if you're still with us up until this point, do not forget to follow us on all of our social media handles displaying right now on the screen. I remain your favorite girl, B, and I'll be seeing you guys next week on another episode of your #1 delicacy hub, Food Clinic. Thank you.